Francine!
Hey kids, how are you?
Good.
Oh, I can't wait to be in the treehouse. Are you excited to be here in the treehouse?
Yes.
I am. Oh, you know what? Today I'm out of breath. Getting up those stairs, I should say ladder, I get a little tired, but you know what? We want to welcome you to Jesus My Life. I'm Aunt Francine, and this is Little Ginger. You know, Sabbath is supposed to be a wonderful time with your family and to do fun things. Sabbath is meant to just learn about Jesus, and I hope that we can enjoy the Sabbath day. And you know there's a song about that? It's how about singing, "This is the Day"?
Sounds good. What do you guys think? You want to
ready?
sing it?
Yeah!
All right.
Go!
This is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made.
I am so thankful for the Sabbath day. Do you think you're ready for the story time?
Yeah!
To learn about Jesus?
Yeah!
All right! So it was the Sabbath day, and Jesus was walking toward the temple. And on the way there were some sheep gates. And the sheep gates, there he went by, and he went to the pool of Bethesda. Now, Jesus was seeing one of the poorest looking man that was there. After all, he had been there for 38 years. Can you imagine being in one place for 38 years?
Must have been cold.
Oh, and each time they believed that if the angel of the Lord would stir up the pool of water, then they were the first one to go into the pool, they hoped that they would be what? Do you know the story? Healed. And so he was hoping that he could be there someday. But you know what? He didn't have too many friends. After all, they may have gotten better, or maybe they just left. But there were 5 porches, and so I believe he was there under one of those shaded areas. And so he would be there, and he said, oh, man. And then he saw the most gentle eyes walking toward him. And you know, Jesus came and spoke to him.
Do you want to be made well?
Sir, I have no one to put me in the pool when it's stirred up. But while I'm coming, another one steps before me.
Arise, pick up your bed and walk.
And you know what happens, right? You know the story very well. He gets up out of his mat, and he goes, and he's so excited, like he's running out. He's so excited. And who comes up to him?
It is the Sabbath. It is not lawful for you to carry your bed.
He who made me well said, take up your bed and walk.
Who is the man that said to you, take up your bed and walk?
See, you have been made well. Now sin no more, so that nothing worse happens to you.
Jesus! It was Jesus! It was Jesus!
Of course, the law was very important to them, and they made sure, but you know what? They realized and recognized this lame man. They had seen him before. After all, he had been lame for how many years?
38.
38 years. And so they recognized, and they said, well, who healed you? And you know what? He didn't know who it was. Who was it? So he just went on his way, and the Pharisees inside their hearts and in their minds said, oh, Jesus, he's causing trouble. He's healing on the Sabbath. They weren't so mad at the man carrying his mat. They were more upset that Jesus was healing on the Sabbath. Now, was Jesus doing something really good on the Sabbath? You're right. Well, he was doing something about his Father's business. He was doing something really good. He was on his way to the temple, but he wanted to go about his Father's business. And he wanted good things for this lame man. And so later on, we know the story well, right? He finds out it's Jesus, and Jesus is there. And again, he recognizes Jesus, and he finds out that it's Jesus. And so he sees the Pharisees. It's Jesus. Again, once again, he couldn't keep quiet. Can you keep quiet when you have some really good news? No, he had to go tell everyone he could find. He was so happy that he was healed, and he was so glad that he had the faith because, he just got up and decided to have faith. What if the man decided to just stay there? And we can look in our picture. What if the man just decided to stay there and not trust Jesus? Do you think he would have still been lame? Yeah. I think so. You can come along over here. You see, he is so lame, and he wanted someone to help him into the pool, and there was nobody there to help him in the pool, and yet Jesus told him to grab his mat and go. They were so excited. How many of you like to go swimming? Does anybody here like to go swimming?
Me.
I love the water, and my daughter even likes it even more than I do. And you know what? Water is wonderful. It's fun to play in it. And have you heard of hydrotherapy? Have you ever heard of that? Yes. Sometimes people would go into the springs. Do you like the springs of water? Sometimes, do you want to see these pictures? Do you want to come again? Oops. Some springs of water. That's kind of fun because it's natural and minerals in the water. And so they were there. And they had 5 porches there in the pool of Bethesda. And so people enjoyed being there. And fortunately, there was shade. But I believe that they had some minerals in there that also helped and soothing. So how many of you like to go in a hot tub? You don't want to stay there too long, right? But sometimes that's good for you to go and enjoy the water because after all, it's refreshing, right? Yeah. So here's another thing to do. I want to talk about the Sabbath. Sometimes we adults, and I'm sorry about that. I will speak for the adults. Sometimes we say, oh, you can't do that on Sabbath. Oh, what will people say? I remember one time I was trying to go roller skating one time. And I was trying to clean up the nuts on my driveway on Sabbath so I could roller skate. And my mother said to me, oh, you better not do that. What will your neighbors say? Now, sometimes we make choices, right? But Sabbath is supposed to be a delight. We're supposed to have fun. So forgive our parents every once in a while when they say something like that. We need to have fun. I like to go by a lake. Do you like the lake?
Yes.
I really like the lake. Sometimes I find little critters like salamanders and frogs. Do you like picking for them? Looking for them and picking them up? I hope you put them gently down. But Jesus was all about finding and doing wonderful things. And I hope that I hear some of the things. What do you like to do on a Sabbath day? I like to go for walks, especially when it's by a creek or a lake. Do you like doing that?
Yes.
What do you like to do?
I like to go with my grandpa and grandma to a creek.
A creek too? Anybody else? Yes,
I like
Kylie.
skipping stones in the lake.
Skipping stones. How many can you throw?
Once I do 10. I did 10.
10 one time, yes.
I like going in my backyard and hopping in the creek.
Oh, you like water too? I hope that those of you at home, sorry, you were going to say something?
Well, I like water, and so what I like doing on Sabbath is going on hikes.
On hikes. I would like to hear from some of you at home. What do you like to do on Sabbath so that you can connect with God? Again, nature is all about who Jesus is, and we can learn so much about nature. So I hope that you take time to find some things and learn about Jesus. But you know what? I used to do something else, and let's see if I can get my picture back. There's something else that I like to do on Sabbath. I used to go to an old folks' home and sing. Have any of you done that before?
Yes.
Yes, maybe. Or sometimes we even got together and we made a lot of extra food on Friday. so that we could take it out to a shelter on the Sabbath. And so sometimes we would get a whole bunch of food together and have it all ready so that after church, we would go to something like a soup kitchen. Do you want to see this? Here's a soup kitchen. And, you know, they all are serving food to help others. Sabbath is about having fun, learning about Jesus, but also doing good, right? There's a balance where we don't want to do our own business, but we need to be about the business of doing good for others, right?
Yeah.
Can you think of ways that we can do that? I hope so, that you can find some things that you can do at home or in your community that you can bring the joy and love of Jesus. So are you ready for some questions?
Yes!
Yes! All right, let me get my questions out. All right, here we go. How many porches did the pool of Bethesda have? Was it A, 3, B, 5, or C, 7? How many porches did the pool of Bethesda have? If you said B, you're right. There were 5 porches. What did Jesus ask the lame man to do? A, do you want to be healed? B, do you want to be whole? Or C, may I help you into the water? What did Jesus say? If you said B, you are correct. Besides being upset that the lame man was carrying his mat, what were the Pharisees really angry about? Ooh, that's a tough question. Is it A, the man was healed? B, Jesus didn't heal everyone at the pool? Or C, Jesus healed on the Sabbath? What really made the Pharisees upset? Did you get it right at home? If you said C, Jesus healed on the Sabbath, that is what the Pharisees were really upset about. So, you know what? Don't worry. I mean, you want to follow rules and respect Jesus, but you know the biggest thing is to have fun. Go about and doing good and helping others. Don't you want to help others?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, find an opportunity. Maybe it's a neighbor. My daughter and I, we have some neighbors that we go to often, and we share Jesus. We just spend time with them. Sometimes we bring a meal to them, and we eat with them. Whatever you can do, try to find some kind of opportunity to share Jesus. I hope you'll join us for another time of Jesus My Life. Goodbye.